that our students can start using tomorrow without teachers feeling like you have to be the complete master of this tool. So I'm hoping during this session, I'm really excited that this one is towards the end of the day. If you guys have come to any of the other ones, you've gotten some of the know how to do things a little bit. If this is your first Adobe Express session, no worries. You're going to be able to pick it up really easily. I will give you all the resources that you need. So Stephanie just started recording it, so I know that you guys are going to have access to this recording as well. So just know that if you are currently one of those folks that's like, okay, it's kind of getting towards the end of my day, I think I just want to watch, that's fine. I am going to give you some pause and play time so that you can actually manipulate your own images. But if you want to watch along and not do two things at one time, that's totally fine. And then just use the play time to actually work on yours. All right, let's jump in. So the first link that you're going to need for me, this is going to be a resource slide. I'm going to put it in the chat. And create 26. So that way you can just click on it. There you go. You can just click on that link and it's going to take you to a slide that looks like this. We are going to be working with these first two buttons, but you don't have to click them yet. You can just wait. I just want you to have this open and ready. So we're going to do two different templates that are going to be very easy to use to get you kind of hands-on and creating during our time together. If at any time you have a question, feel free to throw it in the chat. During our pause and play time, feel free to come off mute and let me know if there's something you need to talk through with me. I have no problem with that. So with Adobe Express, the things that you can do is design stunning presentations, images, and animations. You can create attention-grabbing web pages. And also the new Adobe Express, which is what you guys are going to be using, has been completely revamped for videos and for graphics. We do know that the web pages are going to get an overhaul, but right now the videos and the images have already had that overhaul, and it is, oh, they're brilliant. They're so much fun to use and easy to use. So why would you incorporate even challenges even in your classroom? I'm just curious, have you guys seen any challenges maybe on social media in the last 10 years? There's been lots of them. There's dance challenges, some that we wish the kids wouldn't do that are challenges. But you'll notice kids and adults of all ages jump into these viral challenges that we see on social media. Since we were little kids, we'd hear someone say, I double dog dare you, or I dare you, I double dog dare you. And we would feel this need to do this. If you have a personal child, or even in your classroom, if you're like, okay, I'm going to set a timer, first person to, you can ask them 10 times to do it, but the moment you set that timer, there's just this internal thing that snaps in us and we're like, let's go, let's go, let's do it right now. So challenges are really good. They don't have to be timed. There doesn't even always have to be a winner, but using a challenge really helps students break out of that like mental block that they may be having and really open up that creativity, which is what you guys are going to do today. So we're going to remix a creative graphic first. We're going to talk about some ways ideas to incorporate instruction. Then we're going to have a second one that we're going to remix. And then maybe if we have time, we can share them if we have time at the end. Okay. All right. So like I was saying with challenges, they're fun, they're engaging, and they're a great spark for that creativity. And we want to quantify the value of our creative skills. We want to measure the impact of creative digital literacy on student outcomes. And I hear teachers all the time, they're like, I didn't go to graphic design school. I don't know graphic designs. I can't do it on the computer. I don't remember taking a poster board class in college, but I for sure gave them to my students and graded them on the neatness of them. You can do graphic design without having to know a whole lot. That's what these tools, especially Adobe Express, are for. They're for teachers to give students 5 to 10 minutes to create something with creativity, with a graphic edge, and produce that value in a matter of a couple of minutes. You don't need to be like, okay, and tomorrow we do Adobe. No, you can work it in a 10-minute time slot. You don't have to have that much time. We want our students to have that ability to show They're learning, show, make it actionable. So, what are these studies revealed? A significant benefits to students. It improves their grades. It improves their retention. It improves the post-grad job prospects, which we are seeing. My niece just graduated high school, and we did all the applications for college and everything was done digitally. She had to do a digital portfolio. She had to show examples that were uploaded via from her. We took pictures with her phone and put everything together. So we know that student creativity in the digital lane is very important, and that we need our students to be working in that space so that they're comfortable with it. So here's Rachel Swanson. This is a graphic that she created in Adobe Express. She's like, having fun with February challenge, creating classroom norms, posters centered on my personal passion of creativity. So there's really nothing wrong with us posting something like this in our classroom. In this classroom, we believe creativity is a right. Your voice matters. Your story is important. We can do hard things and everyone belongs. This graphic can be created in just a mere couple of minutes in Adobe Express without you having to have any like hard designer background, okay? So that's one of the challenges that we're going to be looking at. We're going to start with I Am Creative template. So in that link that I posted in the chat, I'll do it just again, just in case somebody joined and then can't see the chat. Whoops. I copied all kinds of fun stuff. There we go. Let's try that again. There we go. All right. So that's in the chat for you. Well, it was in the chat. There we go. Well, now you got it twice. Click on that. And the very first one says I Am Creative template. To get to Adobe Express in your district, if you're new to this webinar, if this is your first one today for us, you can click on class link and go to Adobe Express and sign in. So you can find that in your class link. Okay. Or you can click on this I Am Creative template, which I do want everyone to click on that because it's going to give you a chance to click the remix this design down here in the bottom right hand corner. If you click that remix this design down here in the bottom right hand corner, it's going to make a copy of that in Adobe Express for you so that you can start remixing it on your own. And I am going to walk through how to edit this with you. So go ahead and click that remix this design. It's going to load. I am not sure why I'm getting all of these little error messages on mine.
The same.
Are you doing the same? You're doing the same?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's a fun day together and we will just work around those. I use this template quite often, so I'm not sure what that's about, but we're going to work around it and it's not going to be a big deal.
You might want to I mean, they came up for me. Maybe
Did
it's
they
just,
come for you? Maybe
maybe
something
it was
got
like,
caught.
when two things go at one time. Try it again.
Let's see. Nope. A couple of us are just our special friends today.
Nice.
Don't you? Isn't that fun when you get a differing experience than somebody else and you're all using exactly the same exact thing? That's always fun. No big deal. No big deal. This is not going to be a big problem. If yours looks like mine, we're going to work around this and it's going to be totally fine. So what we had here was just an image of a person. So we're going to actually create this image again. We're going to put another image in here. So if you click on the image, if you're seeing the person that's in the image, that's great. If you're seeing a gray square like mine, no big deal. We're just going to click on this little square arrow to replace that image. So I'm going to replace this one. You can pick a different person. You can pick a picture of yourself, which is what I'm going to do. Got some images here. I'm going to pick one. I'm actually going to use one of me and my college mascot here. So this picture has been cropped. So I'm going to actually double click on the picture because I want you to be able to see all of my friend Sammy here. There we go. Right. So I can see in my background, this is kind of distracting. I've got all these people, I've got all this going on. So in my image, I'm actually going to click on remove background over here on my left-hand side, and it's going to take everyone out but myself and Sammy. I am a Bearcat. That is the school I went to, Sam Houston State University. I just felt like I needed to let all of y'all know that that is what a Bearcat looks like. I'm pretty sure it's fictional, but that's what it looks like. Okay. So I have these images that you see. Y'all see how when I'm clicking on this picture, I want to click on that gray square underneath there, and I just can't. That's because my picture right now is on top of everything. If I want to move my image to the back, over here on my right-hand side, I have layers. I can literally grab the layer of my picture. It's over here on the right-hand side, and I'm just going to move it down. And now it is in the background. And so now I can get to these little images that I have here. I'm pretty sure these are arrows. Are there arrows on your side? Is that what those are? I believe so. Okay. I'm going to replace this with an arrow. I'm actually going to delete mine, and I'm going to put in some new ones. Okay. So in order to put like a design element like those arrows, like I'm even getting errors on mine on those. So I have an arrow here. I can duplicate it very easily. I can click this little duplicate button, and I can now move this little arrow here. I can duplicate that one. There we go. No problem. All right. So I can move these. I can flip them by using my little flip features here. There we go. I can move the direction of any of my tools. Oh, I can't get back to that one. If I wanted to add a different type of arrow, I could go over here to my left-hand side. I'm going to click on elements, and I'm just going to type in arrow. And now I can literally look at any of these. I can grab any one that I wanted. So maybe I want a squiggly line. That one's a little, here we go. I can turn it around. So that's how you can quickly jump in and change this. I'm going to delete these. So what are things that you like to do that made you creative? I do play some instruments, so I could use those. Now, see how my picture's moving around? I really want it to stay, and I don't want to have to move it again. I'm going to click on this little lock button up here at the top, and it locked my picture in place. So now I can move those other elements around. I have an arrow I cannot get to. That's why I love these layers, because then I can just click on them, and it will help me find. I cannot find this one. That's right on my face. But I don't know what's going on with my template today for you guys. But you guys said that that all of you are not having the problem that I'm having with that graphic. It's testing me. Nope, no option of moving that one. Okay. I'm just going to move myself over and lock that there. Okay. Now, if you'll notice, I've got this yellow background. I'm really not big on the yellow background. I could change my color up here, jump up here, change my background color. That looks better. It looks like it removes, do you see how the middle of his paw is changing colors with my background? Do you guys see that? That's because when it removed the background, it actually removed part of his paw. So I am going to change that. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to make this a dark gray here. And there we go. Making this a different color gray. So see how it's removed? If I'm looking at my remove on my background here, I'm able to go in and click erase. Now I had to unlock it in order to make any changes, but I'm going to go into erase. And instead of erasing something, I'm going to restore. So I can just click right here and restore the inside of his paw that is being erased constantly. I'm going to click done. There we go. And I can lock that back. And now it has been restored. That was not part of the background. So I can fix that image really quickly. So this says I was born creative. If I want to change this font down here, I just click on the font. I like to use the recommended up here at the top because I get kind of lost in this font library. The one I have in use is here, uploaded fonts, if I brought anything from the computer. And man, I can get lost in this world all day long. And I will want to click on every single one of them. And there's like hundreds of them. I will be here all day. But if I click on this recommended, it will show me some fun ones that maybe I can look at. Okay, so maybe there's one of these I like more. I can always do show more. This shows me what the letters are going to look like. I'm going to go with this one for right now. Now, I can also work with my text. I can make it a circle, arch it, do the lower arch. Dynamic makes it really big and all in caps. My default is going to make it just that straight, normal font that we're used to looking at. I'm going to make this smaller so that it fits back on that single line again. If you have two lines, you can change your line spacing. If you want your letters to be more spread out, you can spread your letters out. If you want them to be closer together, you can change your letter spacing. I'm going to make this justified in the center. There we go. All right. More things that I can do with this. I can go down to my shadows. I could give it a little drop shadow, a little halo, a little glow, a little hazy, strong, any of these that I wanted. I can also go into my shape and put a shape behind it. So I kind of like this, the yellow feel right here, but I actually want mine to be orange. I'm going to grab my little eyedropper and I'm going to grab this color orange and make it the same color orange that's in Sammy. There we go. And I can change even the fill color on my letters. I can put an outline border on there. So maybe I want to do this. So I can make it a little different, just kind of changing things around there. I don't mind that being white, but I could also come in and grab the gray color if I wanted. That one's going to go with blue. Totally up to you how you want to change that to make that look. Okay, good. Miss Miles says that it's letting her change those images. That arrow won't move for you either. I really just don't have any idea what happened with my template. Something got caught up somewhere with this one this time. But like I said, we're gonna make it work because, and you know what, it's really, I'll tell you the truth, with students, when I've had this problem happen with students, when I think something's going to work perfectly and we get in there and something goes wrong with tech, the best thing students can see you do is work through it, because it teaches them not to just be like, this isn't working, and they walk away. Like, working through that, and there's learning in that. So with your kids, it's always, they let them see you struggle if that happens. Yep. I doodle. Okay, I fold. I'm definitely do not fold, but I do like to take pictures. So I could change out my, I could replace my icon here. I can actually just delete this one, and I can add in an icon from elements here. I'm going to type in camera. I'm going to throw in another camera. I actually am going to go down here to icons. There we go. That's really what I wanted. More of an icon. Oh, see, I used that one, and then immediately I was like, no, I want that one. There we go. All right. I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes without me talking so that you can work on this. And then we will see if there's any questions. Okay. Let's set a quick time. Yep.
Can you show me how you filled in the Paul again?
Yes, absolutely. So that, it removed too much for me. So let me unlock this. Instead of removing the background, you go into erase and then you click on restore. And so then I just clicked where it had erased the inside of his paw and put it back, and then you click done.
Got it. Thanks.
No problem. I fold laundry really cracked me up. I love it.
Can you take a picture and insert that? I did a voiceover, but I was wondering if you do a picture or video.
You have to actually add the video in from another area. There's nowhere to actually click and record a video from inside of Adobe Express.
Okay.
But if they have it on their device anywhere, you can have that.
Okay.
Okay. It's okay if you're not done because you're going to have more pause and play time in just a few minutes. I just want to show you a couple of things before we move any further. And then we have another challenge, and then you guys can work on whichever one you want to during our next time. Okay. So what I've done here is you see I've kind of started, I grabbed some orange and did some coloring here, but here's one of my favorite features. I'm going to click over here on the right hand corner where it has add. I click on add and I'm going to duplicate. And now I've made 2 of these. So on my second one, I can actually go up here to theme and I could pick a totally different color theme. Now, I was kind of doing mine strategic with the color that Sammy was in. Honestly, I kind of like this muted one here. I'm probably going to go with this. I can shuffle these colors around and work on it this way. I think I liked it the first way I opened it a second ago. All right. So I'm going to leave it there. So I'm using this. You could actually type in a color theme. So I'm going to type in orange. Let's see. I'm going to regret changing this, I'm sure. Oh, I kind of like that one. So you can type in a color. I don't think pink belongs in my color theme there, but I went with it anyway. So you can pick these color themes, change them around however you want them to look. And then you can even go in and personalize them as well. I'm never going to get back. See, I told y'all I should not have changed that one, but it's fine. I'm going to let it go. Okay. I'm not going to let it go because I can't. So now that you have these in here and you have your color scheme, you can change the size. You can go in and add and do same size, custom size. You could duplicate and make a different size. You can change your background color individually here. This is brand new as well. You can click on translate, and I can translate this really easily. Let's do it into German. You can pick a couple of them. I'm just going to pick German for right now. Duplicate and translate. And in just a split second, it has now translated all of my text into another language in the matter of a few seconds. So when I'm ready to download this design, I can just click up here and go to download. I can do the selected page, and that's going to give me that one image file. If I click on all pages, it's actually going to put them in a folder and zip them up. So our students really are going to use selected page more than anything because they're just going to pick their favorite design. Students can collaborate. You can click on share and invite collaborators. We can have people collaborating in real time. I could have put Stephanie in here and she could have been working on her side and I could have been working on mine. There is a version history. So you can click on this. You can click up here and find your version history. Click on your 3 dots and go to version history. And I can go back in time to any of those edits that I made. I can even make a copy from a certain period of time. So first draft, second draft, third draft, you'll be able to see that. And then last but definitely not least, you can add comments over here on the right for your designs too. So if you go in and students make you a collaborator and you just want to go in and leave that comment and let them know, hey, this is really great. I like this. Maybe you should think about changing this. You can go in and give those real-time comments on whatever they're creating and designing as well. So those are just some of the fun features that are in using this tool for creating this style of graphic. All right. I'm going to show the other one, and then you guys can decide which one you want to really work on the longest. I am going to talk about the monthly challenges, but I'm actually going to come back to that one in just a second. So how do we infuse these challenges with our students? We use a current challenge with a new prompt every time. We do have the monthly challenges from Adobe, and the best way to find those is when you're on Adobe Express on your main page. There is a button that says Educator Resource. I love the monthly challenges. I do them every single month. I always learn something from them. They usually take me about 10 minutes. If you want to do them with your class, they're very easy to just jump in and use them. This is the newest one for this month. If you click try it now, it opens up. I'm going to say get started now. It's going to open up to this document, and then I'm very easily going to be able to click on this image and getting started. This is Adobe's newest tool. It's called Drawing, and it's literally a freestyle drawing tool. So for this month, it is showing something you can create starting with this arch. I'm going to do it again. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to try to draw a pumpkin out of this arch. Let's see if I can do it. Y'all, this artistic ability, freehand with a mouse, not my strongest. Man, that pumpkin was so much better in the last class. Those of you who are on here that were in the last one, y'all can tell them that my pumpkin was better on the last one. So this is, like I said, it's just a freehand drawing tool that your students can use. There's all these fun brushes that they can go in and use. Look, there's my leaves. Look at that. This is some kind of multimedia markup tool. I love these brushes. They're adding new ones like every single day. So this is a great activity for your kids to get in to start by using the drawing tool. But every month there is a different challenge. Every single month, and those lessons come with it. So where are some of the past months that you can look at? If you look on that one that I gave you guys, if you click where it says monthly challenges, you'll be able to see all of the past that they had as well. You guys don't have the text effects turned on, so you can't do that one. But there are some of the older ones, the create audio animates on here, end of year takeaways from last year. You can explore all of these old challenges. All of the lesson plans are still there. You just go in, you click on the link, and they can use it. That I Am Creative is from here. I Was Born Creative. That was one of the challenges from this last year, the National Creativity Month Challenge. Digital Citizen Hero cards, a quick check-in, how you feeling, how things going, a get to know me slide. These are lesson plans that have already been created for you that you can use right away. So that's where those monthly challenges are coming from.
Right.
So here's one example. Putting this guy's glad that we're putting out these to inspire educators and students to discover their creative potential utilizing the tools. This one came out, Who is Lena Richards? This is an identity graphic. I love having students do this type of webbing when it comes to a character. It could be somebody they're learning about on their own, a book character, somebody you just read about in your class, about themselves. What you could turn the same exact template into a what am I? So they have to write out the clues if they were going to be making a what am I? So it's the same challenge used in two different ways. Directly brought into the classroom from the who am I template that was up here, the identity template. So it makes it, our teacher brains, we already do that all the time. We see something in one way as an example, and we immediately start thinking, how can I switch this to work for my lesson plan in my classroom? That's what these challenges are really good. They lend to that. The next one we're going to do is a poster challenge template. I'm a little nervous that that template is not going to open the same way I want it to, but we're going to try it. So we're going to jump in and get this 3 key reasons ice cream is America's favorite dessert. I wonder if y'all agree with that. I agree with that. I love ice cream. I can pass on dessert most days unless it's ice cream, and I love it. So once you open it up, you're going to click on Remix This Design. And I'm sure hoping it's going to open with all my images there this time. Everybody got their fingers crossed for me. That's what everybody's doing right now. Yay! All right. And so again, that one's on that poster creative template challenge. I can post that link again. I think we had a few people jump out and jump back in. So in case you need that link, there it is. This time we're going to be looking at the poster challenge template. So you can click on that one. All right. So this one is fun to think about. 3 reasons ice cream is infographics. They're so important. Our folks are using these. We see these. We look at them in magazines. We read these before we'll read an article. When we're scrolling on the internet, we look at infographics and read the information in there. So this one is a great example, something quick and easy your students can use to give you 3 facts. So let me show you what I mean by that. So this remix challenge, what I'd love for you to do is pick 3 key reasons or facts. It could be about anything, whatever you want. It could be about your hobby. It could be something in your classroom. You're going to add a little paragraph or introduction on this. You're going to put your citation at the bottom, put some examples. You're going to have your photo cropped, filtered. There is, I hate having to say this so many times today because I've never had to say it. There is a little thing that's going on with Adobe right now that usually when you replace the image, it will bring it in with that same feel and photo. This one did bring in the crop, so that's nice. Let me look up ice cream here. I feel like that it may be fixed, and that might just make my whole day. Huh, look at that. Okay. We reported it several times yesterday. So this one has a filter on it right now. And I know that because y'all see down here where it says effects and it's purplish blue. It's using this duotone effect. So this is what that image would look like without that. Here's where adding that image tone comes from. If I don't like the colors that it's giving me, I can click on custom and pick the 2 colors that I want it to show. I could pick that little baby pink that was up there a few minutes ago. I'm actually going to back out of mine to get back. I'm just using Control Z to back up. Okay. All right. So this one is working. When you replace the image, it is bringing it in to match that filter that was already set on it. So I am hoping that that's going to stick around and that's going to stay the same. All right. I'm going to give you just a little time to work on this one. I do want to show you that on our resource slide here, there is a Padlet. And that's this little folded origami look down here, the bird, you're going to click on that. There's a Padlet that you can put your design, or you can look at what some of the other folks have made the last time I did this session. So I've got 3 most important causes of World War I, 3 key reasons why I need history, 3 ways heat can transfer. So we've got some different content here. As you create your poster and you're thinking about this challenge, what 3 things you're going to showcase, you can download your example and upload it to my Padlet as well, because I would love to see it. And everybody else would love to see it as well. So you can put yours there. I'm going to give y'all some time to work on it. If you have questions, come off of mute, let me know, and I will help you. All right. Y'all give me a thumbs up if you feel like you're ready to do some more creating. Okay. I'm going to give y'all about 7 minutes to work. I'm right here if you have any questions.
Brooke, I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
The images you have at the bottom are all like clip art type images. Is there a
Yes.
way to search specifically for that?
Yep. So if you click over here on elements on the side, all
Okay.
of those are up here in icons.
Okay. Thank you very
Yep. No
much.
problem. Got about 2 minutes left. All right. Getting close, about 30 more seconds. Okay. Did anybody have time to actually finish? Did anybody get one kind of finished? Just gonna look and see if there were any new ones that had been added to the Padlet over here. I know the time is fast. It is a fast amount of time. How are you feeling? Give me some feedback. How are you feeling about changing those, creating that, remixing those templates? How are things going for you guys? Good. I know they look great because I've been there in person and I've gotten to walk around some of the teachers in your district doing things like this. And you guys are very creative. Good. I'm glad you like it. So, great question. How do students share this with you when it's finished? So, there are a couple of those options that we've talked about. They can download it. That's probably the best is to download, click download, and then upload it to whatever learning management system you're using, however, you're getting students to send their work. They can just upload it from their device directly to wherever they need to, whether it's Google Drive or however they're sharing it. I would download the image. There is a share option. Now, I have the ability to publish to the web. I know that's turned off in your district. They can invite collaborators. So you can add in the teacher's name here and then share the link and send that as well. That is a way to do that. You can send that to them. Right. Okay. So how, see, you were right on there. How do I share those designs? So there's definitely different ways that you can have your students share those designs to make that work come to life and to make them be able to share that. I love the collaboration piece. I think it's important for our students to get in there and work together. One can be working on one part, one can be working on the other. You can see that if you're walking around in your classroom looking over their shoulders, you'll be able to see that in live time. Who's doing what, who's working on what, you'll be able to see that interaction. If you're using any type of screen viewer for the same reason, you'll be able to see that as well, okay? All right, well, we're kind of getting close to wrapping up to the end of our time. I want to do a little bit of housekeeping items with you. We only did graphics here. There is a video creator. There is a web page creator, lots of different tools that you can use inside of Adobe Express. It's really a one-stop shop for a lot of those tools. If you would like to get a digital badge, which I would love for you to click on this for your learning with us today, it only takes a second. It also records the attendance for Adobe that you were here today, not for your school, but for Adobe. If you go back to that link that I shared with you where we did the I Am Creative template and the poster challenge, if you click where it says edX badge course, if you click there and click where it says enroll now, all you have to do is click continue learning. It's going to put you in here, and you just simply scroll down the page, click next, and it's going to give you credit for having been in this learning session with me. You'll get to enjoy the confetti. Don't you love that confetti? So you just click that now, enroll now, click the next button, and then it's going to give you credit for having been in here for us here at Adobe, not for your school district. I believe, oh, okay, Stephanie put the link for the form. That is your attendance form for you for your district. So make sure that you fill out the form that Stephanie put in the chat. That's your attendance form for the session. When we clicked and allowed us to remix, how do we do that for students so students can, okay, perfect, great. So Amanda, the way you're gonna do that is inside of here. So if I wanna send this to my students, I click on these 3 dots and I click this to make a template. And I can call this 3 reasons. This is my template. I'm just gonna put a note here so I know which one I'm working with. Okay. All right, I'm gonna click Save Template. And now I'm going to be able to give that link to my students. And when they open that link, it's going to open like this. It's not going to have that little remix this design like mine did because of the publishing to the web. But when you give them the link from your template folder, which is being created right now, you can see on my screen, it says creating your template in the background. It's going to go into my template folder, which is in my Your Stuff. I'm going to give them that link, and when they open it, instead of clicking remix this design, they'll click on the 3 dots and they'll click duplicate file. And when they duplicate the file, it will allow them to grab that. Now, that process changes as Adobe is continuing to update things. So you'll be able to find your way around it as it creates those templates. Let me go into my library. Fried Elementary. All right, whoops. Let me go back here. That's cool. Did I just delete that whole library? It's okay if I did. I don't think that I did, but this is how things have been going in this session, so there is a chance.
So Brooke, I put my team has put together some ideas for sharing.
Oh, okay,
and
perfect.
I put the link in the chat. It links to Intro to Digital tool and getting it to students.
Great, great, Stephanie. That's a great access. Yeah, you guys have a couple different settings, so I would definitely use that resource that Stephanie and her team have put together because I can't see exactly what you guys see in your district because of my settings are different. So using that resource will really help you get to that. And I'm going to figure out why everything in mine is crashing on me. It's because I'm live. Do you guys feel like in webinars, now that you've done this, you have a new new appreciation for live television? I don't think I ever had feelings toward it till now that I do webinars all the time, and I now have a new appreciation for live television. Things can go wrong when the world is watching. So, all right.
Okay, well, thank you very much,
Yeah.
Brooke.
Thank you guys.
It
It
was
was great
fun.
learning with you today.
Yep. All
And
right. Well,
Stephanie, if you need any help with your travels, let me know.
oh boy. I will, but thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, you guys.